Hello, everybody. What's going on? Get a few last things set up here real quick. Get ready to start racing here in just a minute. We're waiting on, I think, 2 people to make it in. And then we'll have everybody in here. Appreciate everybody showing up on time. Appreciate you, Toka, for setting all this stuff up. Appreciate you guys over here at Manteln. You guys are awesome. We've done many, many events over here. So this is just one more on the list. Making sure I have all my OBS settings good. And we are good. And we are good. Hello, Heke. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. I'm pretty excited. We're off to Utah this week. I've actually never seen this track personally until today. This is made by Concept Sketcher, so big shout out to him. You can find this track mod on the Steam Workshop. It is under KS Banger Tracks. Hello, Harry. PJL, what is going on? How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. Man, I've had a super busy day today. I did not really think I was going to make it here on time. I'm not going to lie. But I rushed around, got here on time, so I'm pretty happy about it. Format today is not very complicated at all, honestly. Go ahead and look that up for you here real quick. We have a qualification setting, or a qualification set up for the first thing we're going to do today. That'll be set for 3 hot laps. We'll use those results to line them up for the sprint race, which will be 7 laps. As soon as we're done with that sprint race, we'll do another set of qualification laps, which will be also set for 3 laps. We'll take those results and line them up for the endurance race of the day, which is the most point scoring event of the day. So that's the most important. That'll be for 17 laps of racing. A lap around here is about somewhere between 2 minutes, 5 seconds, ranging, up to about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So it's going to be a pretty long race here today. Hopefully you guys are excited for it. It is clean racing rules, which means there is no spinning, there is no intentional wrecking, all that stuff. This will be strictly focused on racing, and of course we are going to use track limits. They have to have 2 wheels on the track at all points of times. Curbs do count as part of the track surface, so as long as they got 2 wheels on the track, we're good to go. Hello, Naya. Palm string is like honey in my ears. Oh boy. Closing in on finishing the last track for my project. Hey, that has been one hellacious project, buddy. I cannot wait to experience the full thing. I know, Petrol, I haven't seen you in quite a while either, man. Hopefully you're doing good, buddy. I kind of figured that's who you were, but when I seen PJL, I immediately thought, it's Petrol. Oh yeah, I'm glad Toka's typing out all the stuff here in chat. You can read along if you want to, but I'll go ahead and let you know. During the endurance race, which is the 17-lap race, which will be our last race of the day, they have to do a drive-through through the pit lane. They have to do it 1 time. It doesn't matter what lap they do it, but every racer has to do it before the end of the race. Which should spice things up here a little bit. Honestly, if it was me, I would just get it out of the way early. I'd do it my first lap and be done with it, and not have to worry about it the rest of the time. And just worry about strictly pace for the rest of the race. But we'll have to see what kind of strategies are going to be played out there. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of things all over the board. CMFD said, what if pitting is part of my sprint strategy? Of my quali even. I like it, CMFD. I love it. All right, I don't know who all we are waiting on. Time Traveler is now here. Nice. We got Harry in here. We got Wicca, Crash Dummy, Ads Robin, CMFT. We have Naya, Sergio, Rob, Mr. J, Ryuski, Burnout, EQ. Some really fast racers in here today. You can see some of their times on the board over here. That's what they were doing in practice. So a 2:06.664 looks to be the fastest time posted by EQ there, which no big surprise there. We all know how fast he is. Oh, we had Kira just rage quit. I'll let them know that I am ready whenever they are. I go ahead and set my ready to wait on Kira to come on back. Oh, Kira said, oh no, coming back. Hello, Ponrafo. First time driving since February last year. Holy shit. Let the sandbagging begin, Harry. You got this, buddy. Uh-oh, Kira said he crashed. All right, well, he'll be back here in no time. We're actually starting on pretty good time here, honestly. 5 minutes late so far. Those of you that have been here for quite a while and watched any of my streams in the past, because I've been streaming Wreckfest for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. We have a thing that we call Manteln time, which means we never start on time. We're always 15 minutes late, and that is on time for Manteln time. Hello, Jay-Z. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Happy Sunday. Come on, come on, come on. I think we might be ready. Kira is back. Toka says good luck and have fun, everyone. Everybody ready up? Let's do it to it. There's not going to be much to watch here in qualifying, to be completely honest. I'll go ahead and show you the car that they're going to be using today. It is called the Sunbird. It is a modified version of the Speedbird, which is a vanilla car here in this game. It's an absolutely gorgeous car. I love this car. It's one of my favorite cars in the game. I love the sound of the engine. I love the look of the car. So pretty excited to watch this one zoom around the track for all kinds of minutes today. It's going to be a long race. Harry, I hope you remember there are no splits. You don't need the sandbag qualities. I think he does it for fun. Really, Petrol? You know, honestly, I don't really play Wreckfest at all anymore, to be completely honest. I played, you know, pretty consistently when we were doing the Team Dirty Racing League, if you all saw any of those broadcasts. It's a American league, and we ran that for, what was it, 8 weeks, I think? 8 or 9 weeks of racing. And honestly, I'd only play on race day, and I don't ever play in public lobbies anymore. I just burnt myself out. Oh, I need to set my ready. They're waiting on me. Oh, good thing I waited. We didn't have the correct settings in place. Now we're good. Now we're good. Falky, thank you very much for the sub, dude. Welcome in, buddy. Long time no see. All right. I think we are set. Arcx, I think that's how you say that. Thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate you. Welcome in. I'm going to set my ready. Forsaken Wolf, thank you very much as well. 300 IQ. Yeah, I was just waiting. Like I said, there's not going to be much to watch here in qualifying. We will go ahead and take a look at some of the cars and look at like their paint jobs and stuff, and then I'll pull up the timing tower over there to the top left, and that's what we will really be watching, because it will be sorted from fastest time to slowest time, and we're going to use these results to line them up for the sprint race. So let's go ahead and get down here on track. We'll just make our way through the grid. Here is Time Traveler, rocking the beautiful black and orange skin. I saw this in the paint settings, and this is a custom skin. This isn't a default skin. I wondered how this one snuck in there, but you know what? I'm not complaining. Here is Kira. Blue and yellow machine. We have Toka. Look for him to do big things today. He really wanted to drive today, so you better make me proud, son. Or dad. Not quite sure. Here is EQ. He'll be one to watch today. Any of you that have been around Wreckfest for a while or saw the recent broadcast, you see this man at the front of the grid damn near every single race. He is a very, very fast racer, and so is that man sitting right there beside him, Mr. J. Here is Burnout 1888, also a very fast racer. Good luck to you today, Burnout. Haven't seen him in quite a while, honestly, so good to see him back out on track. Ryuski. He is another very fast racer. He'll be up at the front. Any of those OB boys are no joke, so good luck to you today, sir. Here's Mr. J, the one I was just talking about that was racing next to EQ. He'll be one to watch. I like those. I like that color scheme. It's a little bit different. You don't see that very often. Here is Rob. I don't know too much about Rob, I don't think. I might know Rob. I know just about everybody in Wreckfest community. But I saw his name on the list, and I was like, do I know that guy? Not quite sure. Here is Sergio. Good luck to you today, sir. I like that aqua color with the white. Here's Naya, also driving that black and orange paint scheme for the whole shout out to the BSRT. Oh boy, that's a throwback. We had that in Manteln League. Here is CMFT 93. Good luck to you today, sir. I love the red and white. Always have. Very good color combination. My top 3 is Ads, Robin, Toka, and EQ. I actually have something to say about that. We'll talk about that here in just 1 minute. Ads, Robin, here he is. Speaking of which, rocking the really bright pink machine. We won't be able to miss him for nothing. Here is no one. That is me, because I'm retired and I don't race. That's why I'm up here in the booth. But anyways, here's Crash Dummy, black, red, and white machine. Good luck to you today, sir. Here is Wicca. I'm going to start rushing through these a little bit so we can get the timing tower up. Good luck to you today, Wicca. I haven't seen him in quite a while either. Used to be teammates with him back in the day. Here is Harry, Mr. Sandbag himself, going to win the race today, I got a feeling. And I believe that is everybody. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the timing tower. Watch those time over there in the top left. That is where we're going to be keeping our eyes. 2:21 is not going to be the fastest time. That was just their out lap. I look for that to improve to somewhere in the low 2:06s maybe. Maybe in the mid 2:06s. I know EQ had a 2:06.6 in practice. So we'll see if he can match or beat that here in qualifying where it truly matters. If I'm going to say who my top 3 of the day is, picking up here from the booth, I'm going to say EQ brings home the gold today. I'm going to say that Ryuski brings home 2nd place. And Mr. J will bring it home in 3rd. Ads Robin will be in 4th. And Toka will round out my top 5. That's who I say. I just think those OB boys, man, I know they put in a ton of practice. They are very, very fast in everything they drive, so it's going to be hard to pick against them. But I guess we'll have to see. Make your picks over there in chat. I'm not an OB fan. I didn't say I was an OB fan. I just have great admiration for their tenacity out here on the track. I remember back in the day when I had that drive to practice and really loved this game like I used to, you know, but I just I respect it. I know what it does to your performance out on track, and I know they put in a lot of time. 2:06.634 posted by EQ is the fastest time to beat. Look at Kira up on the board at 2:06.841. Nicely done for him. Good enough for P2 at the moment. Burnout with a 2:06.998 for his first lap. I'm sure he will improve upon that. Toka, nice lap for that first time out. 2:07.255. Currently P4 on the grid. Ads Robin putting in a smashing time there. A 2:06.791. Nicely done, Ads Robin. Top 3 today is Time Traveler, Kira, and EQ. I love it. I love it a lot. Kira, the only TCO active driver today. That is very true. Oh, the TCO boys. I miss the Manteln League, I'm not gonna lie. Like, those days were a blast. Talk about stiff competition. Fractions of a second mattered a ton in the heyday of that stuff, man. That was a really good time. I miss the days of having events that were, you know, 48 people would sign up for. You'd have 2 splits of racers, and you would pretty much be a burden to be a streamer because you're taking up a spot in the server. That's how gritty it was back in the day. It was a lot of fun back in the day. Yep, nobody representing the Americas today. It's okay though. So 2:06.634 is the time to beat by EQ out front. Adds Robin with that 2:06.791. Kira with a 2:06.841. Burnout in that 4th spot with 2:06.998. And Toka rounding out your top 5 after everybody gets their first lap in with a 2:07.255. Ryuski, Sergio, Rob, Harry, and Wicca going to round out your top 10 currently. I'm actually going to put this on Chase Far too, so you guys can kind of get a picture of what it will look like from their point of view, because a lot of people racing that 3rd-person view. Imagine we miss guys like Moffel, Aiden, UT today. Yeah, I do miss those guys. I also miss Labe. Man, Labe was a lot of fun back in the day too. Boy, was he fast. He was dominant for a very long time here. Then once he kind of retired there a little bit. Look at Toka putting in the fastest time now, a 2:06.474. Nicely done, Toka. Kira has actually ended his qualifying. I guess everybody is kind of on their last lap here. 2:06.841 will be his final time. My goodness. I did not expect Toka to put that fast time in. You know what? I'm just going to eat my words because I thought EQ was going to take home the pole here in sprint race. But I guess not. He does have a little bit of time to improve, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Adds Robin, 2:06.791, holding down that P3 spot at the moment. Now just adds on P1 and you predict the well. Yeah, very true. We're winding down here in qualifying. Remember, we have a 7-lap sprint race coming up after this. They do not have a mandatory pit stop for that sprint race. It'll be purely get on it and get on with it for 7 laps of racing. They will score more points in the endurance race, so it is a little bit more important, but of course scoring well in the sprint race will mean a lot. So I look for some big slicing and dicing moves out there to try to get those positions done quickly at the start of the race. There is no draft physic in this game, so it's just about consistent pace, nail on the line, and that's about it. Keep the wheels moving as fast as you can. TT's just holding back in quality. Yeah, he's just waiting. He's just waiting. All right, EQ did not improve, so a 206.634 will be his final time. Good enough for P2 at the moment. See if anybody else improves. All of the top 5 are into the 206s. Mr. J very close to getting into those 206s. A 207.003. Burnout is now done. 206.880 will be his final time. Ryeski is done as well. 207.497. Toka is done. Did not improve, but still holds the fastest time. A 206.474. You'll have Ads Robin, Mr. J, Sergio, Crash Dummy, and Time Traveler to finish their laps. And some of those are already done now. There goes that. And Mr. J going to be the last one to cross the start-finish line. See if he can break into the 206s. He does not. All right, everybody, there you have it. You see them lined up right there. That's how we're going to line them up for the sprint race. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, folks. You see how they're going to line them up? How do you think we're going to finish? Who do you think is going to win this sprint race? That's all I want to know. Who do you think is going to win the sprint race? Bragging rights, that's right. Wait, did Robin did get the fastest time, didn't he? Nicely done. Or did he? Wait, 206.474. Where's Robin's time? Where'd he go? Oh, he did. 206.450. Nicely done, Ponrafo. You can predict the future, my man. Nicely done. Oh, this should be a really good race then. I'm excited about this. They do start 2x2s, it looks like, on the grid. Luca says it is time for the sprint. No pit is required here. 7 laps of race and 2-second delay reset timer, which hopefully they won't need. Go ahead and set my ready to let them know that I'm ready to go. Let's do it to it, everybody. Yes, go on, go. Those of you that don't know what that means they will go when the game says go. They will not wait for a countdown from me or anybody else. All right, here we go, everybody. We're lining them up. Oh, it is a 3x3 start. I apologize. And we are off for the first race of the day. Ads Robin, a nice start off the line. So did EQ. EQ is pretty good off the line. He might overtake Toka here into turn number 1. He is going to have a nice little pull on him. But they are all in the same car with the same performance. So it's going to be hard to out-drag race. I guess we'll have to wait and see because I think everybody will be near top speed as we reach the end of the straight and into the first corner we go. There's going to be a little bumping and banging. They do have no stability on, so they're going to have to be careful. If you get a little bit sideways, it's hard to recover from that. Everybody makes it through turn number 1 nice and clean. Ads Robin out front. EQ does take away that second spot. Toka really stuck here in the thick of things. Going to drop back to that 4th spot. Mr. J making big moves here at the start of the race. Already into the top 3. We have Burnout rounding out top 5. We have Ryeski, Robin, Kira 3 wide heading into turn number 3. Just look like Ryeski going to go a little bit wide there. Kira and Rob going to sneak by on the inside. Kira does take away that spot and secure P6 at the moment. As Robin looking pretty good out front. EQ right on his bumper there. Going to take a peek on the inside. Gets him a little bit loose there. Going to get off the gas to let him recover there a little bit. Nicely done by EQ. It will allow Mr. J to have a nice little run, though. He was almost alongside Kira and Burnout now side by side for that P5 spot. Burnout going to have the inside line as we head into the right-hander. He will take a peek on the inside of Toka. That's going to slow him down there a little bit. Kira going to have a nice run on the outside. Going to have to go a little bit off track there to avoid hitting Burnout there for just a second. See if Kira can get that move done. He does have a nose ahead at the moment. Have the left-hander coming up, and he does. Nicely done, Kira. Burnout going to try a little crossover action. Not going to be able to have the momentum to get the move done. Rob gets a little bit out of shape there on the curbs. It's going to bunch up a little bit of people in there behind him. Going to go off track now. Ryeski going to sneak by on the inside, take away 2 positions in that corner. And Wicca going to go ahead and take a peek on the inside now. Sergio and Rob really falling back here with them two getting together. Harry going to take a peek on the inside, but not going to have enough momentum to go ahead and get that move done. Kira now eyes that 5th spot once again. Burnout did get by him. EQ did take away the lead as well. Looking pretty good out front. Dicey here at the start of the race. It was spicy. Oh, did Ads hit the barrier? I was kind of looking for any damage on him. I was just wondering if he got a little bit loose, but I do see he has lost a little bit of HP there. You can see just that little tiny black tip there on the edge of his HP bar. I did speed up my camera so we can actually keep up with the race cars now. I was having a little bit of trouble with that in my last broadcast. The cars are just outrunning the camera. I said, oh boy, I gotta speed this thing up a little bit. All right, so EQ will lead lap number 1. Mr. J, man, what a start from him, going all the way up to that P2 spot. Toka had a nice, or had a rough start there, but had a nice recovery and made his way back up to that P3 spot. Got a bit of a gap back there to Ads Robin in the 4th position, and Burnout right now hanging on to that 5th spot, but got his hands full with Kira right there on his bumper. There is Ryeski, Wicca, Rob, and Sergio. That rounds out your top 10. Here is Harry and Naya battling for that 11th spot on track. Time Traveler, CMFT, and Crash Dummy rounding out the field right now. Toka taking a peek on the inside of Mr. J there in that hairpin. Not enough speed, though, to do much with it. Kira and Burnout once again battling for that 5th spot. They've been at it the entire race so far. Burnout winning out on this occasion. We'll see if Kira will come right back at him. That does allow Ryeski to catch up to the back of these racers. Toka now taking a peek on the inside of Mr. J. Battle for P2 is on. EQ going to take that wide entry. Have a nice smooth line. Going to be able to carry a ton of momentum. Mr. J kind of squeezed there a little bit. Toka not able to carry enough speed to get by him. EQ does clip the tires there a little bit. Doesn't look to slow him down at all, honestly. Toka, nice chicane there. They get right on the bumper of Mr. J as we head down the straight into the left-hander coming up next. Not much doing at the moment. Ads Robin goes a little bit off track there, but he kept 2 wheels on. Nicely done, sir. He's put a little bit of gap in between him and Burnout there. The Burnout has actually put a little bit of time in between him and Kira now as well. That battle is kind of over. Kira has his hands full with Ryeski now, trying to hold on to that 6th spot at the moment. Ryeski says, I don't want that 6th spot, though, so I'm going to try to get that. Took it right on the bumper of Mr. J. Still not able to get that P2 spot as we head down the front stretch on to lap number 3. See what kind of times they start putting in here. I'm sure they are improving on those lap times. We'll check to see who's has the fastest lap here in just 1 minute. Let's get a little zoomed out action to see how far the field is spread out here. It is quite the margin in between first and last place right there. Here we are into the hairpin. Ooh, Toka got a little out of shape there. Actually lost a little bit of pace to Mr. J. Fastest time, 2:06.979 by the man out front, Mr. EQ. Field's starting to spread out here just a little bit. We'll see if we have any position battles at the moment. It does not appear that we do. With these long straight stretches, I look for the field to get pretty stretched out here, especially in the endurance race when we start mixing in that Joker lap where they got to drive through pit lane. It could make things a little bit interesting, though, especially with that very sharp rejoin onto the track. You know, most of those cars will be full speed heading down the straight stretch there and somebody pulling out of pit lane. Hopefully they do it wisely and we don't have any collisions there, but we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? I mean, for my sake and for content's sake, I kind of hope there is, but for the racer's sake, I hope there's not. Yeah, very true, Ponrofo. That's a good shout. Ooh, I thought Mr. J was going to hit that barrier. He got really close, going to lose a ton of speed there. This will allow Toka to get right back on the bumper of him. Not able to get by him, though. I thought he was actually going to have enough speed to get by him there. Just ran out of straight stretch, I think. Edge Robin slowly but surely reeling in these top 3. Might try to get him a podium here in the sprint race. Not a lot of time here on the board, though. 7 laps of racing won't be very long for sure. Mr. J with a very shallow entry to that corner, I thought. Toka with that wider entry would actually gain in on him in there a little bit more than what he did. Here is the pit lane that they're going to have to take in the endurance race, by the way. They'll have to go this direction and through this whole pit lane area. And this is that re-entry I was telling you about that's a little bit sharp. You can kind of cut it close to the barriers here and make it a pretty straight entry, but it's still risky. You're going to have to be careful with somebody heading full speed, you know, down that straight stretch. Toka right on the bumper. Mr. J going to take a peek here into turn number 1. Not going to give him enough space to get that nose in there. So we'll have to reset and try again later on. Already on to lap number 4. Sprint race almost complete, folks. We're already past the halfway point in this thing. Got a good battle back here between Wicca and Sergio. That's the battle for 8th position on track at the moment. Who's this back here? CMFT all over the bumper of Anaya. Crash Dummy and Time Traveler. They're just saving their pace for the endurance race. Come back and win the whole damn thing. If we got anything going on up here. Toka still all over Mr. J. Kira has caught back up to Burnout. There was quite the distance in between those two for just a moment ago, honestly. So I wonder what happened there to Burnout, or if that's just Kira's pace starting to show a little bit better than what it was at the beginning of the race. But still a good battle on track for that 5th position at the moment. Go ahead and take an onboard here with Toka. We'll kind of bounce back and forth between this Toka, Mr. J battle, and Kira and Burnout, I do believe. Oh, as I say that, Toka going to go ahead and make a look. He will be on the outside line here as we head to the left-hander, not able to do much with it. Through the chicane we go here. Mr. J much better through that chicane than he was last lap. Going to keep the heat off of him with Toka still all over the bumper. All right, let me go ahead and hop on board with Toka really quick. Go ahead and do the chase far. I will turn off the name tag so we can see the cars a little bit better. Like I said, we are riding with Toka right now, currently in that P3 spot. Chasing down Mr. J right here with that P2 spot held down at the moment. Been holding on to it for the past few laps now. This is perfect for EQ. He ended up sneaking by Ads Robin when he made that tiny little mistake and hit that barrier. Able to lead every lap ever since. Here we are heading down the front stretch on to lap number 5. 3 laps left to go here in the sprint race. Go ahead and bounce back here to Kira, see what's going on there. It does look like Kira has not got by Burnout just yet. You know, this might be a pretty good spot because we can actually eye that battle. You know, those 2 cars ahead of these, or ahead of Kira right here, is that Toka and Mr. J battle. So we might stay here for just a minute. Where's Ryeski? He's not far behind. Ooh, gets a little loose there heading out of the corner. Those of you that have never raced with no stability, it's not too bad on a track like this, you know, that has like these really long sweeping corners. But with all the speed that they're carrying, if they get a little bump from somebody, it could get a little nasty there pretty quickly. Very hard to recover in these A-class cars with no stability on. Pretty good line there from Toka. He was right on the bumper of Mr. J there heading into that corner, so Mr. J had a little bit better of a corner there. Got this long sweeping right-hander. Gonna need to get off the gas there a little bit to keep it off of the dirt there to the left. Here's that chicane. Oh, Mr. J got on the curb there a little bit too much. Got the car a little bit sideways. Going to lose a little bit of speed. Toka will be right back on the bumper of him. Yes, there will be. It's actually not a pit stop. It's only a drive-through pit lap. So they don't even have to slow down. They can go full speed through that sector of the track. So it's not like a mandatory pit stop. I wouldn't call it that exactly. It's more like a joker. I would just call it a joker lap, like in Rallycross. They only have to do it one time, and they can do it whenever they choose. So if it were me, I was saying this at the beginning of the broadcast, that I would just go ahead and get it out of the way. I'd do it first lap and be done with it, and then just run consistent pace the rest of the race. Man, Toka had a nice last sector. They're going to be much, much closer to Mr. J here as we head down the start finish line straight here. That was Toka's fastest lap as well, 2:06.723. This has been a good battle between these two. Let's go ahead and jump back to that Kira battle real quick. It's still going pretty strong here. Still within striking distance for sure. Hasn't gained as much space, I'm sure, as he would like to. Look at Ads Robin here, too. He is not far behind these two right here for the battle for P2. Ooh, Toka, nice corner there. Might have a chance here on the inside. Let's go ahead and get an onboard with him. Got to be on that outside line, though, heading into the next corner. And it does look like Mr. J does clear, so able to take a little bit wider approach to this corner. I do feel as if Toka got by Mr. J. He might pull away here a little bit because I do feel like he's got a little bit more pace. But Mr. J doing exactly what he needs to do to put it on the racing line and carry enough speed to hold off Toka for the moments. But that is allowing Ads Robin to get into the thick of things. Oh, boy. I had a little bit of desync there. I saw EQ hit the barrier. I thought things were about to fire off here, but no. It was just a little bit of desync there. I hear the roar of Ads Robin engine back there. He is a-gaining. Oh, Toka going to go a little bit off track there. See that nose of Ads Robin creeping in there. He is here. Oh, he's going to take a peek to the inside, get into the quarter panel of Toka there a little bit. Those other two racers are right there behind him, Burnout and Kira. All right, folks, a white flag will now be waving for your leader out front, EQ. Ever since he took the lead, he has not looked back. See if he can seal the deal and round off a good finish here in the sprint race. Remember, after this, we do have another set of qualification laps set up, so we'll do another session of those. So we'll take those results and line them up for the endurance race, which will be 17 laps of racing. I'm going to hop back to that Kira battle really quick. He was really close to burnout here. See if he can get it done on the last lap. Wouldn't that be something? I'm sure Kira would be all excited about that. Yeah, I remember that, Petrol. That was good shit there. That was fun. Oh, Kira taking a peek on the inside there. Gives Burnout a little bit of a touch. Not enough to even upset the car there. Whoa. I thought Burnout was going to make them both go off track there. Go ahead and hop on that Toka battle as well. Boy, he is all over Mr. J now. This is his last chance, really. Starting to wind down on to the end of the lap here. Got that sweeping right-hander coming up, a left-hander coming up right after this. Got that chicane. See if Mr. J can nail it this time. Man, nice and smooth by both. That looked like a symphony, didn't it? Synchronized chicane is what we'll call that. Here we are. Ooh, gets a little loose there. Toka did as well, though, unfortunately. Mr. J again going to take that shallow entry to this corner. Toka makes a completely different line through there. I feel like it works out a little bit for Toka to get right on the bumper, but still not enough for him to get the overtake. Here we are heading out of the last corner. EQ will bring home the checker flag here for the sprint race. Nicely done to you, sir. Mr. J will hang on to finish in that P2 spot. Toka going to bring it home in that third spot. Here's Ads Robin going to cross the line in fourth. Burnout does hold off that battle with Kira. Nice performance by both of those racers today. Going to finish in that fifth spot. Kira going to finish in sixth. Rayeski going to bring it home in seventh. Nicely done to you. Sergio going to bring it home in eighth. Wicca going to bring it home in ninth. And Rob will round out your top 10 here in the sprint race. Racers crossing the start-finish line now, just waiting on Naya, Crash Dummy, and Time Traveler. Here they are heading out of the last corner. Nice little battle back here going on. Look at this. Who's it going to be? I think it will be Naya going to win that drag race, but it's going to be close. Crash Dummy and Time Traveler will round out the grid. 15 racers complete. Nicely done. Qualifying session number 2 coming up here in just 1 minute. Oof. That was pretty intense there to be a sprint race, honestly. I thought it was going to spread out a little bit more, but the racers stayed pretty close to one another. Oh, later, Petrol. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing good. Jay was right. TT is now P1. Actually, unfortunately, he's not. I wish we were doing reverse grid because I really like those kind of races, but unfortunately we're not. We're going to do another qualifying session. I didn't crash in the chicane and ended up flipping like 4 times. That is fake news. Oh my gosh, I missed it. Daggone it. I would have liked to have seen that, not going to lie. Just for the content, that's all. All right, same format as before. We're going to have it set to 4 laps. First lap will be their out lap, then they'll have 3 chances to put in a good lap time. Remember, we're going to take these results and line them up for the 17-lap sprint race. Go ahead and set my ready to let them know that I am ready to go. All right, let's do it. Just waiting on Naya and Wicca to ready up. We'll be ready to go. Hope this race is as good as the last one. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and ride around with Kira for the entirety of the qualifying session. See what kind of laps everybody put in. Let's see if Azraba can steal that pole position once again like he did last time out. I think it was a 2:06.450 was his fastest time, I think. We are using a mod called Qualification Mod made by St. Jimmy. And what that does is the racers can reset at the start of qualifying, and you can see how they can't hit each other. It takes away collisions between the cars to give everybody a fair shot at getting in a good lap time. Kira just got out of shape all to pieces there. So I guess we'll ride with Time Traveler. Try to keep an eye on all these racers, make sure they're following all the rules, keep 2 tires on the track. Perfect, Naya. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, Robin wants to give himself a little bit of space. He's letting everybody go on by. All right. Now that all the racers have a few laps under their belts, who do you think will get pole this time around? I think we might see a shock out there. Money's on the winner. Good idea, Louis. Those of you just joining in, we are doing our second set of qualifying for the endurance race. There'll be a 17-lap race after this is over. Oh, you think Harry's going to get the fastest time? I like it. Don't pay too much attention to the times they're putting on the board right now. This is their out lap, so they're now starting on their first hot lap. We'll see what they can do now. This will be their pace. think Naya's going to get pole. I think she's been sandbagging. What does this say on the back of the car? Don't lift until the fear of death overcomes the fear of speed. I love it. Uh-oh, what has happened to Wicca? He's facing the wrong direction. I think Toka, EQ, adds Robin. You know what? That's probably a pretty good guess. I like that. I'm not going to bet against you, Tom Raffo. Last time you predicted the future. So you probably already know what's coming. All right, first lap time's coming in. EQ with the fastest time currently at 206.760. 206.898 for Burnout. Nice lap time from him. 206.974 for Toka to round out P3. Mr. J putting in the fastest time now. 206.538. Nicely done, sir. That is a very, very fast time. Adds Robin 206.547. Good enough for P2. It pushes EQ down to that P3 spot now with that 206.760. See how they all improve on their second laps. CMFT takes it. I like it. I'm a true time traveler. Man, 206.538. Nicely done, Mr. J. That is a good lap time. We'll see what everybody improves to. We do currently already have 6 racers into the 206s, so nicely done. You're starting to get a little more comfortable with the car and track combo. A lot of racers in the 207s as well. Man, that is some aggressive lines by Mr. J there. That is full commitment into every corner, and I like it. Let's see if he can improve on that lap time, man. I tell you what. 206.790 was his last time by. He did not improve on that lap, doesn't look like. If Rob can improve here. He does not. Must have had a wretched lap there with that 216.690. I think I was looking at the time from someone else when I was looking at Mr. J. Oh, who's that up there in that P3 spot now? That is Kira. Nicely done to Kira. 206.742. Adds Robin so close at 206.547 at the moment. On the last lap now. Wicca trying to learn some lines here. He's falling right behind Adds Robin. He said, if I do what he do, I go fast. Should be getting close to finishing quali here. Let's see where racers are kind of at on the track. That they are in the right corner hairpin. Trying to see who is out front of this group. I think EQ is actually at the front of the group. Or maybe he's at the back. No, I think he's at the front. See if he can improve on that 206.760. Here is the last corner, heading down the front stretch now on the last lap. Let's see what he can do here. Nothing doing. 206.760 will be his final time. Toka, nicely done, sir. 206.602 takes away that P3 spot from Kira, but Kira does still have a shot here. Does look like Mr. J is going to abort his last lap. 206.538 will be his final time. Let's see if it holds up. Here's Ads Robin out of the last corner. Kira right there in front of him. Kira does not improve. Ads Robin does not improve. So it does look like Mr. J is going to take that top spot with that 206.538. We'll start on pole for the endurance race. Ads Robin and Toka will start alongside him on that front row. And we'll have Kira, EQ, and Burnout in the second row. Then we'll have Ryuski, Sergio, and Rob in the third row. Fourth row will go to Wicca, Harry, and CMFT. Fifth row will go to Naya, Crash Dummy, and Time Traveler. Nice, Naya. Pretty good gaps. Gonna be a lonely race. All right, qualifying is now done. The only thing we have left to do is the endurance race. 17 laps of racing coming up. Remember, one of those laps, they have to go through pit lane for a Joker lap. Doesn't matter which lap they choose, but everybody has to do it at least one time. Go ahead and set my ready. Let them know that I am ready to go. Wicca, that chicane is scary. Yes, it is. It does upset the car quite a bit when you get on those curbs. I agree, Louis. I think CMFT just was out there cruising. You know? He said his whole plan was to use pit lane and sprint in the sprint race, but he didn't. I don't know why. He lied to us. False advertising. So maybe he uses it every lap in the endurance race and chooses one lap not to. Harry says, I clench my cheeks every lap there. He's talking about the chicane, and CMFT says, that's hot. I love you, CMFT. Oh, wait, he did use it in the sprint? Oh, I missed it. Well, then, never mind what I said. I'm a liar. You know nothing about A-class racing? Honestly, A-class racing isn't that much different than C-class. It's all about the lines. It's all about the track knowledge. It's all about carrying as much speed as you can. Racing is racing, buddy. It's just a little bit faster pace. Got to change the laps to 17 laps of racing. Oh, we used to be able to do it through this. Oh boy. I like your plan, Don Raffo. Now CMFE, just don't pit, win, and then convince the judges it's fine. I like it. $60. Naya's lost her mind. She said 60 laps of racing here today. That's fine. So we'll watch the first 10. I'll sleep, and then I'll broadcast the last 10. Mr. J says one lap only suits me better. We are waiting to see if they can adjust the laps to 17 laps. If there is something that is, I don't quit like others. Oh yeah, 60 laps easily. Yeah, 2-minute lap times. Yeah, man. I'm like, oof. 60 laps, that'd be a long race. Hey, we got it. Nice. 17 laps on the board. Let's do it. I'll look for laps 1 through 5 to be super spicy. And the sprint race, if that was any kind of reflection on what this is going to do, oh boy, I'm excited because the sprint race was super exciting. It was complete opposite of what I thought was going to go on in my brain. I was like, oh, this is going to spread out after the first 3 laps. Incorrect. All right, here we go. Oh, nice start on the front row for Mr. J and Ads Robin. Toka was a little bit slow off the line, but he did recover quite well here. Going to end up being right alongside Ads Robin. See what it looks like into turn number 1. Here we are, left-hander coming up. I'm going to try to get a good shot of the whole field here as we head into the corner. Nice and smooth by everybody. Nicely done. We're going to make it out. Who's going to be in the lead? It will be Mr. J with just the nose ahead, but Toka going to have that inside line. Ads Robin going to slice to the inside here, try to make a move. Mr. J going to come right back at Toka to try to take away that top spot. EQ had Kira on the inside there, able to fight that battle off. Look at that train of cars on the inside of Toka. He's going to be hung out to dry here a little bit. EQ does switch to that higher side. Now going to go back to the inside with Ads Robin. We got a left turn hairpin coming up next. Oh, they're getting bunched up here a little bit. Everybody trying to get on the brakes at the same time. Keep it off of one another. Looks like everybody, even through the midfield, doing a pretty nice job keeping it headed in the right direction. Burnout going to take a peek to the inside of Sergio here. That is the battle for that 6th spot. Ads Robin and Toka wheel to wheel as we head through the corner. Mr. J going to give about a full car length advantage out front right now. Toka does hold on to that 2nd spot. Ads Robin in the 3rd spot. Kira in 4th, and EQ rounding out your top 5 at the moment. Burnout not far behind. Sergio and Ryuski right there in the train as well. Sergio going to clip those tires a little bit. It's going to lose a tiny bit of speed. Ryuski going to be alongside. Ooh, boy, I thought Sergio was going into the barrier. Nice job from him to avoid that, but he will lose that position to Ryuski. Got a battle up here for the 5th spot at the moment. Burnout and Kira, imagine that. Same as the sprint race. Going to be wheel to wheel here on lap number 1. See if Burnout can get that move done. Currently, he cannot. This is almost an exact replay of 5th, 6th, and 7th position. We got Burnout, Kira, and Ryuski. Battle for the lead is on. Toka taking the high line here. Let's see if anybody takes pits on lap 1. It does look like Harry, Rob, CMFT, Crash Dummy, and Time Traveler all going to go ahead and take pit lane at the moment. So we got a actually side-by-side battle here in pit lane. We have Rob and Harry coming through the chicane right here. Will they make it together? They do. Nice and smooth. Nicely done, fellas. Well, that was fun to watch. I didn't think they were going to make it too wide through there, but I guess they surely did. Battle for the top spot is on. Toka currently your leader at the moment. Mr. J trying to keep his nose poked in there, and he cannot. Toka will be able to take that wider line into the corner. Ads Robin going to be right on the bumper of Mr. J, currently hanging on to that P3 spot. EQ slides up to that 4th spot. Kira and Burnout still battling for that 5th spot. This is pretty much the opposite of the sprint race. Mr. J is now going to have to try to pass Toka. It was the other way around. They're in the sprint race. Ads Robin taking a peek to the inside of Mr. J here. All the racers get bunched up there in that slow speed corner. Trying to keep a wide look on the whole field back there. Doesn't look like pit lane really slows you down all that much because those racers that went into pit lane are still right here hanging with the top group. Nothing much going on out front at the moment. We'll come back here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and check what's going on throughout the midfield. I don't think much of anything is going on back here either, and no, not a lot at the moment. So let's get back up to those top spots. Where are they? Heading through the chicane now. Joker looking pretty comfortable out front. Mr. J still carrying a ton of speed there, hanging on to that second spot, even though Adge Robin is all over his bumper now. Let's see what EQ can do. These racers kind of racing each other. That's going to slow them down a little bit, and that's exactly what EQ needs to get up to the fight for the lead. We will focus down on some battles once the field spreads out here a little bit, but I'm trying to just keep a wide view on all the battles around track because there are quite a lot going on at the moment. That is a very good point, Pon Rafa. Yeah, definitely don't want to get stuck behind a slower racer and ruin your race pace. I think if they waited out to about midway through the race, much of this slower traffic will be far behind because there was quite the distance there in pace and qualifying. You know, there's a good 3 seconds between the top spot and the bottom spot. But we'll do this for just a minute more, and then we'll get down to the battles on track. Yeah, I see a lot of these positions back here really starting to spread out. We have Rob and CMFT pretty close to one another, and we have Crash Dummy and Time Traveler back there battling for that 14th spot. Good battle right here, though. EQ going to try to poke his nose in here. Got a right-hander coming up. It's a pretty long sweeping corner. As Robin able to clear EQ and make it nice and smooth through the corner. Poca, look at that distance he's got out front now. About 4 to 5 car length advantage out front. Mr. J has lost touch there a little bit. Kira, nicely done. Starting to slowly reel in these the second, third, fourth position cars. Burnout not far behind. Let's go ahead and take an onboard here with, let's do Adge Robin. He's trying to chase down Mr. J. Has EQ all over his bumper on lap number 3 here. All right. Did turn off those nameplates so we can see the cars a little better. This is Adge Robin, currently scored in P3. Oh, gets a little slow there on the curb. EQ actually going to have to get out of the throttle there a little bit. Got into the back of Adge Robin as we head down the front stretch onto lap number 3. Didn't see anybody else duck off into the pits back there. I was trying to see if anybody is going to. 206.450 out front by Toka. Man, what a lap time. Here is Kira taking a peek to the inside of EQ here into turn number 1. We'll have a pretty nice position. We'll see how much speed he can carry through this corner here. Currently has the spot, but EQ going to drive it in deep into the corner. Going to park it right there on the racing line. Kira going to have to adjust his racing line there a little bit. And Kira does get the move done for the moment. EQ going to try a little bit of crossover action here. Carry a lot of momentum out of that corner. We got a long straight coming up here. Hairpin left coming up. EQ going to have the inside line. Can Kira keep this spot on lockdown? I don't know. That's going to be a tough task. EQ at the moment, about a half a car length advantage. He might clear here. He does for the moment, but going to drive it in a little bit too deep and going to slide a little bit wide here. It does look like Kira might be able to take away the spot. Burnout is right here in the thick of things too. Good battle here for the P4 spot on the track. Here comes the chicane, the tricky part of the track. Everybody looks nice and smooth heading right down through it. Man, what a scrap it was between him and EQ here for a minute. I don't think it's anywhere even close to being over. Burnout right here with them now. It'll be a 3-car battle for that 4th spot on the track. Oh boy, EQ really getting close to that barrier. I hear the roar of an engine. Who is that? That is Mr. Ryuski, slowly but surely catching up as well. Oh, we got some takers for pit lane. We have Burnout and EQ going into pit lane now. Let's see where they rejoin the track here. Who are they going to be behind? Looks like they only lost the spots to Ryuski, so Ryuski will advance up to that 5th spot. We'll see what EQ and Burnout can do now. Anybody else took pit lane? I think everybody back here has already taken pit lane, so they should be in pretty good shape. Let's go ahead and get back up to the sky here for just a minute. Kind of see where everybody shook out. Burnout and EQ a little bit behind Ryuski, so it does appear to be quite a bit slower than I thought. It's kind of hard to judge by those midfield racers going into the pits there because they didn't lose a ton of time, but man, when you compare it to the front of the field, it is quite the pace. But remember, all these top 5 right here still need to go into pit lane. This could work out pretty good for Burnout and EQ because it's not like they came out behind somebody slow. Ryuski does have some wicked pace. Oh, yeah. Guess he sure did, Ponraffo. See what's going on back here. Anything? Wow, look at how far the field is spread out. Holy moly. We're only on lap number 5. I do wonder what happened to EQ and how he lost that position to Burnout. There goes Ryuski. He should come out right behind EQ. Almost right beside EQ, honestly. Nicely done. Looked like a good team strategy there. Now, I'll wait to see when Toka, Mr. J, Ad Robin, and Kira decide to go into pit lane. I would take you to a battle on track, but I don't know if there is one at the moment. I guess this battle back here, we have Time Traveler and Naya. The battle for 13th spot. Naya going to go a little bit wide there. Time Traveler going to go on the real far inside. Crash dummy just waiting to pounce. EQ getting a bit closer to Burnout here. Nothing doing out front. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and take it on board with EQ since him, Burnout, and Ryuski are pretty close to one another. I don't think they're really racing each other. I hope Burnout going to go wide here as I say that, and he will go ahead and drop that position to EQ. That was quick. Taking on board here with Ryuski, currently scored in that P7 spot, following behind Burnout. Just went off track. I think just about everybody has went through pit lane except those top 4 spots. I don't know if I've seen Wicca go through pit lane. Can't really remember. Well, not much to talk about when nothing's going on. This makes my job hard. Got all these tires scattered about. Who is that right there in front of EQ? Is that Kira? It is. Hey. Waiting on these top 4 spots to pit. That's what I'm waiting on. Spice this up a little bit. I have a feeling, though, I think they're going to wait till the end of the race to go ahead and do it. This region of the track has native camels or not? Don't think so. It is Utah, yeah. I'm not real sure, Bonrafa. I don't think they have camels. Excellent question. Naya over here typing and racing. Oh, hello, Spannerack. Why aren't you racing today? Would have liked to see you out here. When this event was first posted, we had like, I think 5 people on reserve, and, you know, it was a completely full event, and then a lot of people dropped out. It was unfortunate. We even had 17 at the start of the day. Wound up with 15 racers. See what we got going on now. Yeah. Whole lot of nothing. Toka still leading the way out front. Has led many laps here today. Mr. J hanging on to that second spot, adds Robin. Nice performance here in the endurance race in that P3 spot. Kira in 4th. EQ running out top 5. Rest of the field very spread out. Wonder what happened to Harry. He has lost quite the pace of the rest of the field. We got a battle back here at least. Crash dummy and time traveler. This is the battle for 13th spot. Lucky number 13. I like camels in Middle East. They are chatty. I've only seen, the only time I've ever seen a camel was in a zoo. And they weren't too chatty. They looked real sad. I'll just be honest. They looked like a typical caged animal. See what the fastest lap is on track. Is it 206.4? Oh my gosh, 206.297 by Toka out front, man. He is starting to feel pretty darn good, apparently. I think that's might be the fastest I've seen all day. Pretty sure. Oh, that's true. There are very long straights. Especially that start straight, man. That thing's forever long. Like, I always try to get a few laps in before every broadcast just so I know, especially on these, like, custom tracks like these, because I don't play them. So I had never seen this track until today. Well, I decided I'm going to use not the car that we're using today. So I got in the Stellar. and was running a couple laps here, and I was like completely topped out, even on 5 gearing on that straight stretch, and that's something you just don't see in the Stellar. I said, oh boy, this is a long straight. Hey, hey, hey. Kira's got his hands full now. He's got EQ all over the bumper. Oh, we got leaders going through pit lane. Who is this? It is just Mr. J going through pit lane. He will surrender P2 to Ads Robin. So that only leaves Toka, Ads Robin, and Kira still left to pit. Where I camped once, wild camels came, drank my tea, and ate my bread. That is awesome. Not gonna lie. Hopefully not while you were sleeping. That would be terrifying to wake up to. You're such a unique creature, though. Nothing quite like him. Shit, can you guys bring me some DoorDash on the way? Yeah. Yep. Wait for it. Be there in a minute. I thought Mr. J was actually reeling in Ad Robin there for a minute, but apparently not. Ad Robin's starting to put a little bit of gap in between him and Mr. J. Uh-oh, as I say that, Ad Robin's gonna go way off track. Almost hit the inside of the chicane. I think Mr. J did not have a great corner either, though. We got some good battle back here going on. EQ all over the bumper of Kira. Still able to hold him off, though. I do wonder when Kira's going to choose to go to pit lane. If any of the leaders go ahead and take it this lap. Ads Robin is in pit lane. I think he should only lose that spot to Mr. J, and that does appear so, yes. Will rejoin quite the distance behind Mr. J, though, so I don't know if he's going to have a shot at that P2 spot unless he puts in some good laps. We're already on to lap number 11. 7 laps left to go. What happened to EQ? Honestly, nothing really happened to EQ. He just doesn't have the pace. There was a little bit of a mix-up between him and Burnout in pit lane, but I'm not entirely sure even how Burnout got past him. But I mean, it's not like he's made major mistake. I don't know. He just doesn't have the pace today. He's not washed. No, I'm washed. Yeah, the start was a little bit tough on him. He didn't qualify very well either. I mean, he was still, top of the field, but not his typical start on pole, win the race kind of thing. Boy, everybody going off track. Got to get some marshals out here. Police track limits. Where's everybody else? You can see just how spread out the field is. Here is Naya. And where's our leader right now? He is somewhere around here. Wolf, coming across the start-finish line. Jeez. Oh no, he sent me a DM. He's in my DMs. Well, let's just find us something close. We'll do the Kira and Burnout battle. It's been spicy all day long. These two have put on an incredible show in the sprint race. They did a really good job at the beginning of this race as well, putting on a pretty good show. We'll stay right here. I'm gonna check a DM. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, Ponrojo, that's really awesome. I'll give you guys a mental picture. It's a campsite with about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thinking there's like 25 camel just standing out in the field right next to his camp. That is neat. Huh. Say that trip was a lot of fun. Are you completely done with the trip now? Or do you have more planned? Camel Whisperer, yeah. There's a pretty good little battle. There's Rob and CMFT battling for that last spot in the top 10. I didn't realize they were so close to one another. We'll stay here for a minute, give them some screen time. I try not to say CMFT's name too much, because I always end up cursing him. So, and then he cusses me. That's a good set of corners by Rob there. Gonna get right on the bumper to CMFT now. Back in Poland to regroup, buy a new bike and rest. Yeah. Not done yet. Oh, nice. That'd be exciting. Uh-oh, somebody in the pit lane. Who's that? That Wicca in the pit lane? Yes, I believe so. Yes, it sure was. So Wicca has done his lap. So, I guess only Toka left to do his pit lane lap. I guess everybody else has. Here's the Kira and Burnout battle. It's back on. Yeah, I really like his paint job too, Ponrojo. Marlboro. Pretty good line there by Kira. Gained a little bit more time on Burnout. Kira's had a solid day today. Fun fact, I was go-karting with Kira in Budapest. He's fast, dude. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. That was a lot of fun. Kira takes out a sign. Nice, as I haven't. She's had a wretched day. Apparently she did some flips in sprint race that I missed that I can't wait to see a clip of in Discord. Oh, I believe Toka has gone to pit lane. He sure has. I think he's going to come out in good fashion. Here's Mr. J in that second spot. Quite the distance ahead is Toka. I believe he's got this one on lockdown unless something crazy happens. But on to lap number 14. 4 laps left to go and we'll be done for the day, folks. Another event in the books. I'm not sure what number event this is, but it's a lot. I know I'm in the 600s. I'd need to look. I wonder if Kira's going to get by Burnout here before the end of the race. Could be pretty exciting to see. Burnout as well has had a really good day today. What was top 3 in sprint race? Oh boy. I know Mr. J got second, Toka got third. Who won that race? EQ. It was EQ, Mr. J, and Toka. Yeah, Robin was 4th, yeah. And Kira was, wait, who was 5th? It was either Kira or Burnout. No, these two were battling for that 5th spot. I believe it was Kira. I'm almost positive. So honestly, at this point, I think Mr. J would actually win this thing overall if the things finish like they are right now. Oh, he's doing the maths. Right, on to lap number 15 here. 3 laps left to go. Oh, you know, that might be a good point, Ponrafa. I didn't think about this being double points. Well, I think it is still ×2. Let me look. Oh, boy, that was a little dicey. Boy, Kira all over Burnout now with that lap traffic getting in the way. Yeah, endurance race is... yeah, ×2 points, yep. Oh, yeah. Ponrafa just posted it, yeah. Oh, that was not lap traffic. That was EQ. I didn't even... was that EQ that was behind that? I guess so. Now we got a good 3-car battle here for the 4th spot. Oh boy, Kira on the inside here. Let's see the drag race down the front stretch. Yep, he must have crashed in the chicane. Kira brakes a little bit later. Going to drive it in deep into turn number 1. See if he can make it stick. I don't think he's going to be able to. Not at the moment. Burnout going to get right back by, but Kira will have the inside through the right-hander. See if he can secure this position. Not at the moment. Here comes EQ to the inside. 3-wide battle for this 4th spot. Man, what a good race it is now between these 3. Holy smokes. EQ gonna give his teammate a little bit of bump in the bumper there. Go on. We're gonna have the inside here in the left hairpin. EQ gonna try to follow with Kira. Does look like Kira secures the position. EQ as well gets by Burnout. Gonna fall back to 6th position. 2 positions, 1 corner there for Burnout. That's unfortunate. You're going to park it right on the racing line. See if he can hold off EQ now. Got a lap and a half left to go. Ooh, that was a pretty line by EQ there to get right back on the bumper of Kira. Oh, did you have to reset now? Oh, EQ gets a little out of shape. They're going to go off track. Burnout going to have a shot here to the inside. Oh, wait, did Burnout just lift? I think he lifted. Yeah, that was some really, really nice driving by Kira right there. That was a spicy and dicey battle, for sure. Does win out on that occasion. All right, white flag is now waving for the leader out front. It is Toka. He has done quite the job here today. 206.297 race pace here in the endurance race, which is incredibly fast. Much faster than anything we've seen today. He's really took a commanding lead over the second place of Mr. J. How close is Ads Robin to Mr. J? Not too far behind. Yeah, team orders, yeah. No threat behind for Ads Robin, so he's only focused on the man in front. Here's Kira, EQ, and Burnout. Where's Rayeski in this thing? He's way behind. Wait, they got a camel emote? That is awesome. I didn't even know. I'm upset in my OBS overlay I don't have emotes. I only have like these things. I can throw these things out there and that's about it. No emotes for me. Denied. We're almost done, folks. Toka just a few more corners and he will secure the win here in the endurance race. And per Ponrafo maths, will secure the win here today. This endurance race is worth double points compared to the sprint race. And here it is, folks, out of the last corner for the last time today and down the front stretch. Checker flags will be waving. Congratulations, Toka. You will be the winner of the endurance race here in Utah. Nicely done. Mr. J going to bring it home in second. Ads Robin in third. Does look like Kira will finish in fourth. EQ going to round out your top five. Burnout going to finish in sixth. Here comes Rayeski across the start-finish line to finish in seventh. Sergio coming out of the last corner now. Oh, X as the multiplier. I got you. I got you. I got you. There goes Sergio. Finish in 8th. Wicca coming down the front stretch now to finish in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is CMFT 93. They got a pretty good scrap going on back here. Crash Dummy, Naya, and Time Traveler. Oh no, Rayeski has pinged out. Who's gonna get this? Who's it gonna be? Oh, I thought Naya was gonna get it. Nicely done. All right, folks, there you have it. Yeah, you saw the 14,000 ping. I seen it too. I hate that, Rayeski. I still got a good finishing position though. At least it waited till the end of the race, not the beginning. That would have really sucked. That was lonely. Now I wonder where the points are going to be posted because I don't see them anywhere. And I was not informed of what the points would have been anyways. So I'm not sure how to, I don't know. Oh, results will come in Discord, says Toka. All right, folks. Well, that is it. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the replays from today. You all can enjoy these. Thank you all for joining me today. This was a lot of fun. Sprint race was absolutely incredible. I had an absolute blast in the sprint race. That race was got a little bit grindy there at the end. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy these clips. You guys have a good rest of your day. Love y'all, mean it. And until next time, we'll see you then. Okay? And goodbye. See if he can secure this position. Not at the moment. Here comes EQ to the inside. 3-wide battle for this 4th spot. Waving. Congratulations, Toka. You will be the winner of the endurance race here in Utah. Be in the lead. It will be Mr. J with just the nose ahead, but Toka gonna have that inside line. Adjraman gonna slice to the inside here, trying to make a move. Boy, I thought Sergio was going into the barrier. Nice job from him to avoid that, but he will lose that position to Ryuski. Battle here in pit lane. We have Rob and Harry coming through the chicane right here. Will they make it together? They do. Nice and smooth. Nicely done, fellas. The spot. Burnout is right here in the thick of things too. See if he can secure this position. Not at the moment. Here comes EQ to the inside. 3-wide battle for this 4th spot. Waving. Congratulations, Toka. You will be the winner of the endurance race here in Utah. Be in the lead. It will be Mr. J with just the nose ahead, but Toka gonna have that.